I've been inspired by a lot of different African American athletes, but there's two in specific that really took it to another level for me. As a kid, it was Michael Jordan, without a shadow of a doubt. What he represented to African American culture, to pop culture at that time, the commercials, the McDonald's commercials, your dream team, the desire for greatness and championships. And I mean, this guy was everything, you know, growing up, watching, you know, the Michael Jordan commercials, you know, sometimes I dream that he is me. I mean, I still get chills. You got to see, that's how I dream to be. Boom, 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 boom. And it's like, you see him on this court, moving and grooving. I dream I move. I dream I groove like Mike. If I could be like Mike. And I think, like, what kid? I must have been 8, 9. What kid didn't want to be Mike? What kid didn't want to be Michael Jordan? You know, this guy was on top of the world. His shoe sales, his sneakers, everybody wanted to wear them. He could dunk from the foul line. That dunk contest that he did in 1988 where he beat out Dominique Wilkins and he was calling his shots. I mean, the confidence, the air, his airness. And I remember getting the book that he wrote called Rare Air and just reading that and like, man, there was so many things about Mike and his greatness and him being the number one in the sport and just seeing all of that influenced me even to today, like, because he's continued to grow his legacy. And now being like a billionaire, he owned a sports franchise. I mean, his brand is so humongous. And I just appreciate the way this guy attacked the game of basketball and the way that he approached greatness and the way that he approached just the details. And so when you have a figure that size, there's movies about the guy. There's documentaries about the guy. There's books about the guy. There's commercials about the guy. I mean, there's so many things I can look to and reference and talk about when it comes to Michael Jordan. And no, I wasn't a great basketball player. So it wasn't like it immediately transcended or translated to what I became. But when I think about an African-American athlete that inspired me, Michael Jordan is at the top of the list. And so I'll transition to Kobe. Kobe was different. You know, I remember being in college and having the Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady debate. And people were trying to figure out who was better, Tracy McGrady or Kobe. And I was all in on Kobe. It just made sense to me. And I wasn't like a Kobe fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a Lakers fan, I'm a Knicks fan. So for me to associate with the Lakers, that would never happen. And so it's not like I was like, Kobe, none of that. The guy, to watch him in an era where I was a fan of the sport, but coherent to, again, what greatness looked like. And watching this guy win 5 championships, when that's not easy to do. That is the furthest thing from easy to do. In an era where he became the baddest dude in the sport, but he had other very great players like Vince Carter, T-Mac, Allen Iverson, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade that wanted very badly a piece of that pie, but also having to battle through the Tim Duncan era of the Spurs and them winning 5 championships in a very similar time frame in which the Lakers won 5 championships with Kobe. So you have a very healthy amount of competition. For him to come out of that era as the top dog, I have a lot of respect for that. When he passed away, his legacy, it feels like it grew 100x. And so I started registering even more with this man after he passed away. Because you hear about the Mamba mentality and everything it was and everything he associated with. And I've heard about the 3 a.m. practices, but I mean, it's like the amount of clips online and the amount of, people that have written about him since he passed is like, whew. So it's like the insight of who he is or who he was just is a lot more clear. And so I'm also listening to these documentaries and watching Kobe at a time when I'm a professional. And so I'm watching and listening and hearing about the Mamba mentality, and I'm thinking, I got to go to another level. So he inspired me in a way where this insatiable work ethic, insatiable desire to be the best, the quote of, if I'm working out at 3 a.m. and then I go take a shower and I'm back in the gym at 7 a.m. and I do a 2-hour workout to 9 a.m. and I'm back in the gym at 11 and I'm in the gym 5 times a day and you're in the gym once, how do you expect to keep up with me? How do you expect for when I see your moves for you to think that I'm confused? You can't keep up with me. I'm so far better than you because of the amount of work I put in. To hear that and to realize like, wow. And so we all have 24 hours in a day, and how do you use your 24 hours? How have you used your 24 hours a day? How are you using your 24 hours a day? And am I at Kobe's level? No, but it's inspiring. And so I've always had good work ethic, but he inspired me to work even harder and work even smarter. But watching this Mamba mentality and trying to associate with that and trying to pull inspiration from that and pull and try to elevate my game from that at a time where I'm an adult professional definitely changed my trajectory of my career, because the guy had no quit in him. And there's many times where I thought about mailing it in. But when I think about Kobe,